Real sightings, real witnesses, real investigations. From the files of MUFON, this is a Northland MUFON Spotlight Case. December 20th, 2011. A quiet winter evening in rural North Dakota. A man walks down his driveway towards the mailbox. Nothing unusual, nothing out of place. Until he looks towards the town of Mayville and sees something hovering above it. A bright white light. Silent, motionless, and not alone. This is another episode of Northland MUFON's Spotlight Case. Tonight we head to rural North Dakota, just outside the town of Mayville, where a simple walk to the mailbox turned into something far more difficult to explain. At approximately 6:45 p.m., the witness stepped outside into the cold December evening. From his driveway, a long, straight stretch of rural road, he had a clear view towards Mayville, about 4 miles to the west-southwest. The town's grain bins were visible in the distance, lit against the fading sky. And just above those lights, he noticed something unusual. A bright, white orb, suspended in the sky. At first glance, it didn't seem impossible. The witness considered what any of us would. That was just a helicopter. But something wasn't right. There was no sound. Not even the faint thump of rotor blades. Just silence. And then he noticed something else. The light wasn't just white. It was emitting intermittent flashes of red, blue, and green. Not blinking in a steady pattern, but appearing and disappearing, randomly. What kind of aircraft behaves like that? As he continued watching, 3 aircraft entered the scene, single-engine prop planes, common in the area, especially for agricultural work. But what caught his attention wasn't their presence. It was their movement. Each aircraft approached from a different direction. One from the north, one from the east, and one from the south. All converging toward the same area. Their engines could be heard clearly, a familiar buzzing sound. Normal, grounded, real. And yet, the orb above Mayville seemed completely silent. The planes appeared to be flying at a typical low altitude, positioned between the witness and the object. Their lights moved naturally through the sky, and their sound matched their motion. Everything about them made sense. But the object above them did not. Why was it so much brighter than the aircraft? Why is it silent? Why did it appear to be hovering and then slowly moving to the west? The witness tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a star. But that didn't hold. Stars don't move like that. And then the object entered the clouds. At first the cloud layer appeared to pass over it, but then something changed. The light didn't disappear immediately. Instead, the clouds began to glow, as if illuminated from within. The orb was still there, hidden, but visible through its effect on the cloud layer itself. One by one, the sounds of the aircraft faded. Their presence left the scene. And once again, only the object remained. The witness stood there, watching, trying to make sense of it, trying to hold on to the moment. He made a decision. He turned and went inside to get his fiancée. And that's when everything changed. When he returned, the object was no longer the same. The bright white light had turned reddish, muted, fading within the cloud cover. And then it was gone. No sudden acceleration, no dramatic exit, just gone. The witness was left standing in his driveway with nothing but quiet sky above him, and one lingering question. What was that light above Mayville? Even without formal investigator comments, there are several notable elements to this case. There's the silent hovering object, which is inconsistent with nearby aircraft behavior. Randomized multicolor light emission, which is not standard FAA lighting patterns. 3 aircraft converging could suggest coincidence or awareness. There was a brightness differential. The object significantly brighter than any nearby planes. There was a cloud illumination effect, suggested the object was within or below cloud layers. The color shift from white to red just before disappearance, and no audible signature throughout the observation. Cases like this don't always end with answers. Sometimes they end with a quiet sky and a moment you can't explain. Thank you for watching. This has been another Northland MUFON Spotlight Case. If you've seen anything strange in the sky, please comment below and go to northlandmufon.com to learn more. And until next time, keep those eyes to the sky, because you never know what you're going to see.